Hello everybody. This short video is going to be on what I call boarding the train or acclimation of new employees. You know, after someone is formally hired, many managers, department heads, or building officials, they think the work is complete. You know, some will breathe a sigh of relief as the hiring process is now totally over and new help will be here on the way soon. You know, after all, the hiring process can be very arduous. It can take a lot of time and effort. And of course, we know that building departments, my building department, we don't hire anybody until we're at DEFCON 5, right? So to actually get feet on the ground can take weeks or months after we determine we actually need someone. Well, the work's not over after the new hire accepts the job. The hiring may be complete, but the process of acclimating the new hire is really just starting. You know, acclimation can be a little odd, an odd process for some people, and it's often neglected for several reasons. You know, for example, some building officials or managers underestimate the link between the quality of an acclimation process and the chances of the employee's success in the new department. Some think that acclimation is simple and the new person should just be proactive, grab the reins on their own, and search out help and counsel whenever they need it, especially if they're seasoned inspectors, reviewers, or employees. You know, it's the same job, just different community, right? Well, wrong. You know, they think that the new person's responsibilities are obvious and intuitive, and that the new hire should just reach out for more information, and they don't feel the need to hold their hand or help them acclimate in any way. You know, in many cases, the employee hasn't even started the job and may not be here for weeks. And, you know, managers and building officials, you know, we have pressing issues now. You know, simply said, some managers feel that acclimation is a very low priority task, and they have much more pressing tasks right now at the moment. You know, some of my newest team members in my department are brand new inspectors. They've never inspected before. We got them registered at the state. You know, they may have been great carpenters, contractors, or superintendents, but the building inspection and plan review gig is really totally new to them. As is dealing with customers and municipal contacts can be different than dealing with other construction workers in the field on a site. You know, in these cases, in all cases really, we start by letting our new hires bird dog our veteran staff. You know, our department has jurisdiction over 18 different communities where I work. You know, we take the new hires out, we introduce them to the local officials and the zoning folks, township and city managers, and planners, and sometimes some of them are more prolific contractors. We give them the skinny on which contractors to watch and who they can trust. They get to watch how our veteran inspectors interact with our colleagues and our customers. So you really want to send them out with the guys you want them to emulate. You know, you're going to take advantage of this process and assign acclimation a very high priority. You should consider acclimation an insurance policy that will protect you and your department from the risks associated with having a new employee who is lost, feeling confused, and not capable of performing at a high level, possibly your expected level. So help them succeed. You know, let's be very specific. There are goals for acclimation, so let's cover them. Helping new hires learn about the company comfortably and quickly so they experience no unnecessary ambiguity. You know, make sure they feel welcome and valued and a genuine part of your team. Introduce them thoroughly and let them tell others in their own words of their professional experiences. They may have experiences or specific expertise different from the others in your department. You know, one example I can point to in this is our newest inspector, Justin. You know, he was a commercial carpenter. He worked almost exclusively with metal framing for almost 20 years. And we all have, you know, diverse construction experience in our department, but his experience is clearly unique to all others in the department, including my own. And this could be helpful, but only if you know it. You also want to ensure that they understand exactly what is expected of them and make their new role as clear as possible. You should also try to achieve these goals consistently with all other new employees, giving them a common, similar, shared experience. And this can translate into several operational benefits for your organization, such as a reduction in time it takes new employees to deal with their learning curve and quickly become productive. Productive is where you want them, right? Time is money. It can help in increased employee engagement. They feel more prepared and more confident. This process will also result in a strong increase in employee retention. So these are amazing benefits, but they only materialize when everyone does their part. And this course is directed to all employees, not just the boss. So for some of you watching this video, you might be the new hire's direct boss, such as their building official or department director. You may be one of their peers, such as a reviewer or an inspector in a lateral position. Or maybe the new hire is your boss and you will report to them. Or say you work as administrative aide or in some aspect of human resources. You know, it doesn't really matter which part of the process you belong in here. It's the responsibility of every employee who comes into contact with the new employee to reach out and determine how they can help. You know, for the helpers, it will likely only take a moment or two, and for the new hires, it can help them sidestep a huge headache and help to accelerate their learning curve. So let's be proactive. Overall, a great acclimation process will result in an employee who feels more connected, more confident about their ability to add value to your team. Simply stated, great attention to acclimation will create a stronger employee. So whatever your role, just remember to look for ways to help, and don't assume they have all the answers, and don't assume that they even have access to all the answers. You know, you might want to do them a favor and remember what it was like when you first started in the department or in this community. You know, we were all new at one time. Thinking back on your experience in your first week as a new hire, week or two as a new hire, did someone forget something that they could have said to you that would have helped your transition onto that team? You know, try to make sure that doesn't happen to the next new hire. New employees in a literal sense are your future and the future of your department. And acclimation is a big investment into that future. Thoughtful time spent up front ensuring the new hires have clarity significantly increases the odds they will have a personal long-term satisfaction in your department and add value to the department. That said, they'll develop a real commitment to your department. Thank you.